Hi everyone, it's Emily, the dietitian here at the fitness center. Our nutrition highlight for the month of March is talking about carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are one of the 3 macronutrients that we get from food that we eat. Macro means large, and nutrients are substances that provide value and benefit to our body. So a macronutrient is something that we need to eat in relatively large amounts for our bodies to work and function normally. Carbohydrates are one of the 3 macronutrients alongside of dietary fat and protein. Carbohydrates are the main source of fuel for our body. When we don't eat enough carbohydrates, we can feel sluggish, tired, irritable, crabby, low energy, and you may notice that especially when you try to exercise. On the flip side, if we eat too many carbohydrates, that can contribute towards weight gain, especially if we're eating the wrong kinds of carbohydrates. So when we eat carbs, they're broken down into sugar in our GI tract, and then they're absorbed into our bloodstream. The carbohydrates then go to fuel all of the cells in our body. So if you imagine all the little cells and organ systems in your body as machines, glucose, which comes from carbohydrates, is the fuel source for all of our cells. Now, when we talk about the different types of carbohydrates, they can come from all different sources, some that are better for us than others. You may have heard of the terms complex carbohydrate and refined carbohydrate. Complex carbohydrates are going to be from our whole food sources. So any type of fruit in its whole form is going to be a complex carbohydrate. And whole grains, so things like whole wheat bread, quinoa, brown rice, barley, oats, those are all going to be sources of carbohydrates that also provide you with other benefits, things like fiber and protein and vitamins and minerals. That's why they're called complex carbohydrates, because not only do you get the carb, but you get other benefits as well. Now, complex carbohydrates, they digest more slowly, so they cause a much slower rise in our blood sugar levels. So they provide steady energy for longer stretches over the course of the day. When we talk about refined carbohydrates, these are also known as simple sugars. And so these are foods or drinks that digest very quickly, and they cause a very sudden rise in our blood sugar levels. Some examples of refined carbohydrates would be white bread, white rice, sugary cereals, candy, sweets, soda, fruit juice, sweet tea. All of those items are heavy in sugar, and they don't really offer much benefit in the way of vitamins, minerals, fiber, and protein. So because they really just give us the sugar, they are known as simple sugars. Now, these foods can serve a purpose. So if you know that you're going to be doing very heavy or intense physical labor or exercise, or let's say you signed up to run a race, a half marathon, these types of foods would actually be beneficial to you to consume right before that intense burst of exercise or physical activity. That's going to give your body a little extra boost in its energy or fuel source. So those foods can serve a purpose. 90% of the time we want to be choosing foods that come from complex carbohydrate sources. That's going to allow your body to be fueled well with steady energy over the course of the day. And it's also going to give you all those other nutrients, the fiber, the protein, the vitamins, the minerals, the antioxidants that our bodies need to stay happy and healthy. If you've ever wondered how many grams of carbohydrates you should be consuming in a day, you should schedule an appointment to meet with me, and I'd be happy to calculate that for you. We all have different nutrient needs. We all have different protein requirements, dietary fat requirements, and carbohydrate requirements. It's dependent on your physical activity, your goals with your weight, and your age and gender. So if you're interested to know how many carbs you should be consuming each day, I would love to calculate that for you. So feel free to stop by the front desk anytime, and you can schedule a nutrition appointment.